these are the basic ways in which I've found success. I just want to point out three things and then we'll talk about them. So the first one is really understanding the definitive and practical aim to what we're going to do. I'm a big why guy. Like, so why are we doing this? Why, how does this fit together? These are like always my questions. So when we look into the directory, you will find them quoting the same documents over and over, like Catechesis Tradendae. It goes back to the previous directory. And if you note, we even have a local national directory, and they all are saying very similar things. And it's helpful to note that they are. And just as a side note too, I mentioned this earlier with Father Boniface, that I found it very helpful to read the companion for this directory as a way of being more clear about what the directory is saying. So in this sense, what is the definitive aim of catechesis? Well, the documents tell us, John Paul II tells us, he goes, the definitive aim of catechesis is to put people not only in touch, but in communion, in intimacy with Jesus Christ. Only he can lead us to the love of the Father and the Spirit and make us share in the life of the Holy Trinity. Now, all of that I find I need to understand. I need to really embody what that means so that I know that when I'm doing and in the process of ministry, what I'm trying to do is be that person, that helper, that person that's developing a relationship, that stands in between, that helps people move from where they are personally into a relationship, into intimacy with Christ, and further so that they can know the love of the Father through the Spirit. See, it's not just the one, it's the whole entire thing. And it's kind of even what Jesus's mission was, for us to know the Father. So that to me is central, is that everything I'm going to do in ministry is to put them into deeper communion and intimacy with Christ, to the degree that God allows. That's going to be the primary definitive aim for everything that I do. The practical aim then becomes whatever the aim of whatever I'm doing. So what is the goal or the objective? So sometimes, like in RCIA, it might be a threshold movement, moving to sacramental reception. It might be in like a Bible study. It might be to acquire some kind of information that we've designed as a community. Maybe the parish has a strategic plan, what we're trying to do and trying to move. So there are these practical aims that you're trying to do. Like in school, you're moving someone from one grade to the next. You have to know what the aim is, because it becomes measurable at that point as well. And so part of the methodology is to always know where people are and where you're taking them so that you can assess that process, so that you can improve. But it's also to make us accountable to those who have asked us to do the work. So we can actually say, this is what we're doing and this is how far they've come. I think that's very, very important.